I'm coming from Brazil. I'm from the state of São Paulo. Feijoada is a dish that in the oral tradition in Brazil is related with the slavery past. So it's a dish from the colonial times made by enslaved Africans that used to get the rest of the meats and cook with black beans in a really huge and large way to serve a lot of people. And we still eat that in Brazil. Now it's a traditional dish and we used to eat every Saturday. A lot of people see that the feijoada recipe is connected with the idea of racial democracy in Brazil. So since people in Brazil, white and black and indigenous, likes to samba and eat feijoada and capoeira and all the symbols of the Afro-descent people in Brazil, we like to believe that's enough to see the Brazilian society as a racial democracy.
And can you tell us a little bit about the ingredients that you use back home and the ones that you could find here or could not find?
Yeah, that's really interesting about the culture and the way that we eat, because although it's made with meat, it's not exactly the same meat. So the chorizo, it's quite different here. So when I was cooking, it was spreading some red spice that I guess that is paprika, but I'm not sure. And we are not using that in Brazil. It's a very sophisticated and complex dish, in fact, although it's made of the rest of the other things. But you serve white rice with black beans and all the meats. And farofa, that's also another traditional dish. This word, in fact, it's an African word. We have a lot of African words in Brazilian Portuguese.
Do you know which part of Africa your family is from?
That's quite difficult and almost impossible to know in Brazil. Brazil received from 3.5 up to 5.5 million of Africans slaves. So it's a lot of people, and most of them, probably they know, came to Brazil without written history. So some part of these stories, they could survive inside of some religions, like Candomblé, that is a Afro-Brazilian religion devoted to African divinities. It's widespread in our territory also, and this recipe is part of the festival, the ritual of Candomblé and other types of African, Afro-Brazilian recipes also. So we abolished the slavery in 1888, and after that some of the documents were burnt, and in order to not getting people calling for repatriation or things like that. And after that, the Brazilian state began a policy to make the country white. And in order to get that, they imported Europeans. Most of them were running from the First World War. And also that made us really mixed. Since it's a lot of generations living that situation, we cannot really track our past in order to know which part of Africa my family came from. So I hope everyone likes my recipe. I'm a vegetarian. Yeah, I didn't taste, but it's quite a while. I have been a long time without cooking meat.
Okay.
It was a strange experience. The side dishes. So we serve that with white rice, this vegetable green leaf that I don't know the name in English, some orange, and I try to do the farofa, the other